Hey guys, Ari here, and I'm probably not who you were expecting, but we decided to switch things up a little bit today, and I'm going to be doing the real day in the life with the Pixel 3a XL. Now I'm sure you guys have heard about it. It's Google's new budget edition of their Pixel 3 line, so I decided I would just take it out, take you guys along with me, and just have a little fun with it. So we're going to test out the battery life, picture quality, of course, you know we have to, and a ton of other features that come on the Pixel 3a XL. So let's see how it did. So right now, the video you're seeing and the audio you're hearing is coming right from the Pixel 3a XL. We didn't really decide well in advance that I'd be doing this video, kind of last minute, so I have no equipment on me, but I figure it's the perfect time to at least test the front-facing camera. It feels really, really close. So the Pixel 3a XL, we don't have that second camera to do the wide group selfie, so I'm kind of just stuck with this. If I had that option, I definitely would push it back. It just feels like you guys are like on my face, all my nostrils. But you guys are in the bathroom with me right now because I am getting ready for the day. I have to do my makeup and listen to music while I'm doing my makeup. So I will check back in when I finish all of that. So one thing I have to get used to is navigating an Android phone. It's not that difficult. It's just having to get used to it after using an iPhone. Right there, that's my baby. But it's not that difficult. It's just, you know, something to get used to a little bit. Okay, so makeup is done. Oh, this is kind of low light here. I finished my makeup and now I'm heading down to walk Cookie and then feed her. I was listening to music for about 30 minutes to do my makeup. Hey, Cooks. It dropped 4%, which isn't that bad at all. I don't think it's that practical for me every morning to be listening to music on my phone, but you know, 4%, that's really not that bad. This does not look good. Looks like my old MySpace pictures. Anyway, while Cookie eats, and her princess bed, ridiculous. While she eats, I sit here and I usually just scroll social media. If I leave, she won't eat. So I have to make sure that I'm sitting right here because she's spoiled. So I'm gonna be just scrolling Instagram and, you know, waiting for her to finish. This gray hair will not let me be great. I've been graying since I was in college, so don't come for me, don't call me old. But I did get a little bit sidetracked. I was watching YouTube, of course. Cookie's definitely done eating, so I need to get out of here and get on with the rest of my day. So my Uber's on its way, but what I just realized is I can't really easily connect my AirPods, and this does have a headphone jack, so I'll just use my little airplane headphones today. Why not? So right now I'm headed to the studio. I'm in an Uber, and I've been watching YouTube the entire time. It's been, about 15 minutes? So I've been watching groomsmen dances and bridal dances. I don't know. But anyway, I say all that to say that the viewing experience is great. So even though this is a less expensive phone, it's the less expensive version of the 3, you still get that great OLED display. You get full HD+, so it's just nice that you didn't have to compromise on that with the cheaper phone. And shout out to this headphone jack. Pretty cool that I can just plug in and listen. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like it's necessary once you have a truly wireless pair of earbuds or Bluetooth headphones that are already set up to your phone. But, I mean, it's nice, you know, in case of emergencies kind of thing. Why not? And just a quick update, of course, the battery's at 80% and the screen on time is 1 hour and 29 minutes, which I think is really good. I'm excited to see what this will do after an entire day. So I'm finally at the studio. We are no longer having to use this Pixel 3a for our video camera, but I do want to talk about the colors here. So this is white-ish, which is like fine, it's basic, but purplish is really nice. I feel like if I were mating this phone, I'd make this would be my color that I choose because it's pretty nice. It's not like in-your-face purple. It's a purple-ish. Yeah. And earlier we talked about not really having to make many compromises, even though you're getting a really nice price tag, and that's the same thing here. So you can still have your squeeze to activate Google Assistant, just like on the Pixel 3. So you just squeeze it. What is the temperature tomorrow?
High of 53 and a low of 44.
So yeah, you have that still accessible to you, but this time with a nicer price tag. Right now I'm just gonna go back to answering some email. There are but so many hours in the day and Jed has a lot to do. So when it comes to email, I'm pretty much his ghostwriter. So I'm just gonna go through and do that right now.
Behind every great man is a great woman, all right?
Beside, okay? So I just devoured some delicious Chipotle and I was still answering email as I did that. So I think it's good to talk about now feel in the hand. When it comes to this phone in particular, like the 3a XL, I don't really like the feel in the hand, and that's mainly because my hands are smaller. I don't like larger phones. So even when I have like my iPhone 8, I still got the 8 and not the Plus. I just don't like Plus versions of phones. It just makes things a little bit awkward. So while answering email or texting today, I kept feeling like I wish I had my iPhone with me because I'm so used to just like typing really fast. So I've been kind of like slowed down today using this phone. But if I could choose to start the day over, I definitely would just go with testing the Pixel 3a instead of the XL. It's just not very comfortable for me at all. But in terms of whether it's like solid or slippery, it feels, I don't know, neutral. It doesn't feel slippery, it doesn't feel super solid. I'd still want a case, but it's because I'm used to it. But I don't feel like I'm gonna drop at any moment.
All right, but how does it compare to the original Pixel 3 XL? In terms of the body, how does it feel?
Yeah, initially it feels like a little heavier, but it doesn't feel like less or more premium than this one.
So does it feel cheaper to you?
No, this one does not feel cheaper, to me at least. So it's been a couple of hours. I've been using the phone here and there, did some shopping for Massive Tech unboxing, and now we are about to watch a video. But while it renders, I figure I'll have my resident game player give us his perspective.
The professional.
Give us his perspective on gameplay in the processor.
Hey everybody, whose channel is this? Oh, never mind. All right guys, so we're gonna start up a game really quickly. So this is a game I like to play a lot. It's called Dragalia Lost. You might have heard me talk about it. But I feel like this is going to be a good indicator on whether or not that processor, which is a Snapdragon 670, which is a bit weaker than the 855 that the regular Pixel 3 has in it. So we're gonna see just how this game holds up. Hopefully it plays well, but let's check it out. Now, something that I'm noticing when playing games is I'm getting a few drop frames. And for my folks who aren't techies and who don't know what that really means, it means I'm seeing the game skip ever so slightly. Now, I can play this no problem and get by just fine, but I am noticing the performance difference between this and something a bit more higher end.
So Google's Pixel is really well known for its camera, so we have to make sure we test out the camera in a bunch of different ways. Right now we're gonna talk about the selfie camera. We're gonna do a regular selfie, and then we're gonna do a portrait selfie and see if it's comparable to that of the 3. And the big thing here is that you're supposed to be able to still get that amazing camera, but for that nicer price tag. So this one is gonna be done with the regular camera. Let's take a look. Oh, that looks a little bit blurry. Oh wait, hold on, I spoke too soon. It was processing, so now it's good. Now that looks really good.
So that's one thing I noticed. It does take a little bit more time to process than the regular Pixel 3 does. That's why you thought it was blurry for a little bit.
Yeah, I would have definitely tried to retake it. So yeah, this looks really good. It's nice and sharp. I would totally post this picture if I liked the overall image, but I think the quality itself looks really, really good. So now we're gonna go to portrait mode, and I'm really interested to see if it's gonna have the nice blurring effect, especially around my hair. Sometimes cameras really struggle with that. Let's see. Okay, so attempt number 1 was a fail. And let's do one more. Ooh, so that's nice. Let me zoom in, just to make sure it really got it. This looks great. That looks really good. Okay, portrait mode selfie is a check. I mean, even around the frizz in my hair too though, like.
Yeah, it's not so bad. You could definitely post that.
And we've all seen the memes on the internet about Android phones and Instagram and Snapchat and the horrible quality, but the Pixel 3 actually has something called the Pixel Visual Core, and allows anyone who has a Pixel 3 to take a picture on Instagram or Snapchat and have a really nice high quality photo, unlike those other Android phones. But here's where the compromise comes in, guys. For the $400 price tag, you do not get the Pixel Visual Core for the 3A. So I'm gonna take a picture on Instagram and see what kind of quality we're working with. Now we have a Pixel 3 XL, and we're gonna see if there's a difference, if one is better than the other. All right, and this is the Pixel 3 with Pixel Visual Core. So I'm taking a look, and I do not see a difference whatsoever. Like at all. Either way, it really doesn't matter because you can use your regular camera for taking pictures and upload directly to Instagram. You would only really care if you really need to use things that the Instagram camera gives you, like boomerangs or filters or those types of things, which I don't really use, so I don't really care. And this can't be a Pixel video without actually taking a look at the rear camera. Pixels are known for their really awesome camera quality, so I figure this is a great place to take a nice photo. We've got this nice Prudential Center here. If you're from New Jersey or especially Newark, you know the Prudential Center, so this is an awesome view. All right, so I guess that's good. Now I am not a good photographer like Judd is, so it looks pretty good to me. I want to look at the dark parts just to make sure we have still some detail in the dark areas. Yeah, you can even see the reflection in the water. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good picture. It's nice and sharp too. But now we're gonna get out of this rain and get to a better environment, especially because this isn't waterproof. All right, so now we're back inside the studio where it's nice and dry. We're gonna take a picture of this random figurine here. I don't know where it's from, but it has a lot of color.
Tales of Vesperia.
Okay, well, that. That, and then let's also do a portrait mode one. Okay, so that came in closer.
Yeah, so with this camera, it actually, the portrait mode is a lot more cropped in than it is with the regular Pixel.
Okay, so this is the first one we took, the one that does not have portrait mode. And yeah, I said it looks pretty good. You can still read out the engraving here, Tales of Vesperia. Colors look good. Okay, and this is the portrait mode one. It looks really good too. I think it's so crazy that this is being done with software. Yeah, it cut around that really well. The tip, it didn't get as much right here, that little edge. It's a very hard piece to get though. It's really, really tiny. All right, so it is nearly 1 a.m. We just got home. We were working very late on a video, so I'm exhausted. But the battery is still going strong. This thing is just not dying. It's 39%. We've had almost 5 hours of screen on time. See you guys in the wrap up. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. So that was my day. And first, shout out to Judd for doing these because they are not easy. He definitely makes them look very easy, but they're not. But I really did enjoy using the Pixel 3a XL for the day. There were 2 things I really liked about it. The first was definitely the battery life. I'm someone that is on my phone constantly. Like I do email, I text all the time, I'm always on social media. So it's really important for me to have a really great battery life, and I didn't have to stop not once to charge it. Now you guys know I use a battery case on my iPhone, and I honestly would not be able to use my iPhone for a full day otherwise. So being able to have that nice slim form factor that's not thick like this and all day battery life was really, really nice. And my second favorite thing had to have been the camera, specifically the front facing camera, which I know is kind of like a weird comment to make since those are typically lower quality, but any other Android phone I've tested that Judd has gotten into the studio, I've never been impressed with the front facing camera. And this one, I think, was better than my iPhone. I'm really surprised because nothing usually beats my iPhone to me. To me, don't come for me. And of course, the rear cameras are really good too. I'm so impressed that they're able to add that bokeh effect with just software. And we also compared the pictures to the 3, and there's really not that big of a difference to me. And another thing I really enjoyed was the display. I know people are really worried about the bezels because they're a little bit thicker than the ones that are on the 3, but I really enjoyed it and I didn't really notice them as much. They didn't really interfere with me using the phone that day. So in addition to the bezels, there are other compromises that do come with getting the 3A over the 3, and one of them is wireless charging. So there's no wireless charging on the 3A. That did not impact my day at all because I don't use wireless charging like that, but if that's something that you really rely on every day, Judd takes his phone and puts it on the wireless charging pad every night, then that's definitely something you should consider before making a purchase. But another drawback that might be a bigger deal if you're someone who's a really big tech head is the fact that the processor isn't as good as the one on the 3. It's a weaker processor than the original and what comes standard on today's flagships, but for me, again, I did not even notice a difference. But Judd did though. When he was taking pictures, he saw that it took a little bit longer to process photos, and when he was playing games, he saw some stalling a little bit. So if you're someone that spends a decent amount of time on your phone playing mobile games, then this is not the phone for you because I know after a while the freezing and the stalling can get really upsetting. But even all that considered, if I had to choose an Android phone and I were on a budget, I would definitely consider the 3A. Not the 3A XL though, because as I mentioned before, the feel in the hand to me was just not comfortable at all. But overall, nice job, Google. It's kind of refreshing to see a phone that gives like near flagship-like experience without having to shell out $1,000. So if you're someone on a budget and you really want a great camera, awesome battery life, and stock Android, then this is definitely a phone for you to consider. But if you're a power user and you really value things like a fast processor or special features like wireless charging, then I'd probably wait it out for other options. But it's really surprising what you can get in the $400 range. But that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed spending the day with me and not having to see Judd. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Go follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in another one.